Hello. Hi. So this is Sean and welcome back to my developer logs. In this session, um, I will be simulating the local storage as a temporary database storage um, for this application. Okay, why am I going to do that? Because I need to add some data into this user's CRUD table to be able to um, simulate the CRUD operations. I have made some functions for the CRUD operations, which is the create user, and it is available now by clicking this create user, although it would not save to any database just because we don't have a database yet. So without further ado, that's what I'll be coding for this session, and I will be starting right now. So first is to look back on what I've did before. So after doing the um, create function here in the create users, what I need to do is to simulate local storage as a database. I believe I've left some unfinished work here. So here I did left a to-do which says redirect to user page if login is successful and check database for account details. Okay, and here I have a to-do of finish persist function. Okay, so I do not have a finished persist function yet. So, right, what I will do is um, I do have a first to do that I need to finish. I just have to look for it. Okay. Seems that I have not written that. So, alright, so what does create user do again? Create user calls the show modal function, which opens up the modal and passes in the create user title. Okay, so create user title. Um, then the save button here and the form. Is being assigned to the modals form, and now the is valid is being declared, and when the save button is clicked, the program checks if the inputs are validated. Right, so after that, what I need to do is to save it, save the inputs in the local storage. So what I need to do here is to persist after validating. So if it is valid, then we should persist it to the database. So I'm trying to remember where I was supposed to put persist. Alright, so okay, so if I was supposed to do this, because I think what I was thinking before, the reason I declared an isValid variable here is to persist the data directly using this function after validating. So if it is valid, then I would call the persist function, and then oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do in the auth as well. So alright, so email, password, first name, last name, contact address. Alright, okay, so since I do have the form here, what I'd like to do is to be able to um, persist um, is able to persist this state, this object here that has the user document. Okay, so I'm gonna use the lingo that I've been learning from MongoDB, but since I'm not applying it here yet, I just think that it would help me better structure uh, the um, the simulated database. So there would be a document and a collection. So I would create this collection here. So since this is users, actually this is CRUD. To CRUD. I think this is better named as to users CRUD. Since this is users CRUD. Then I will be creating the model for the user. So it will be like this. First, it's gonna be named users, and it has an array. So an array value, and that array has many objects or user ID. So I think I should stringify this. Right. Converts a JavaScript value to a JavaScript object notation string. Object or an array. Alright. So this will be an array or an object is considered a parameter of a regular parameter stringify method. So this will be okay to use. Right. So the user's CRUD should have a user ID, a user email. Okay, so I'm gonna put, okay, so that's just gonna set the variables, no, not the variables, the parameters. Though that's not possible. Okay, just gonna put first name, last name, contact, and so this is what in user Mongo called as a model. Yeah, it's a model, not a schema actually. Okay, yeah, it's a model, and I'm not sure between the difference of a schema and a model is, although as far as I remember, A model is a um, plural of a schema, and it has its um, own reference. Okay. Right. Okay. But this won't work. It it's only one object of an array. So what I'll just do is just remove this for now. Okay. Instead of doing this, instead of putting in an object, I'll put in an array just for reference. Um, yeah. So the reason I'm putting it in an array is to have a reference to um to have to know the model of this um, specific collection. Okay. Okay, let me look it up for a bit. So model versus schema. Okay, so a model is a high-level conceptual representation of data, focusing on the entities, their attributes, and the relationships between them. It describes what data needs to be stored and how it relates to other data without specifying the implementation details. A schema is a low-level concrete definition of the structure of a database. Okay, not very helpful. Um, Schema is a blueprint of the database which specifies what fields will be present and what would be their types. Yeah, I was right about that. Data model is a high-level design which decides what can be present in the schema. It provides the database user with a conceptual framework in which we specify the database requirements of the database user and the structure of the database to fulfill these requirements. Okay, so a bunch of definitions. I'm looking for a specific example. Okay, so model. So this is for SQL, I think. Table books, schema. Okay, so this is a schema. Yep, has it it has the types and it says if it's required. Okay. In this example, user schema defines a user document must have a username, string required, unique. A model is a constructor function that compiles a schema into a working object that provides an interface for interacting with a specific collection. Okay, should save. So yeah, schema is just an instance of the model, and user.saves this document to the user's collection. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. Right, so okay, I think this is all good for now. I'll just make an array and then stringify it using JSON. Then make objects. Right, so okay. So if I'm gonna persist it, I'm gonna set the item um, alright. So it should save. Persist user. If is valid, then persist user. If and persist user. Right. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so to persist, user key state object. So state dot key, state dot value. Okay, good. So good so far. So far so good. And if it's valid and it returns true, then we persist it. So I'll just do this for now, and then okay. Well, since I do have the form here, um, my main idea is to nest another function inside a create user function called create. Then that would mean value.push. I'm gonna push an object in that gets the form elements input of oh gonna add in an object that has a key of has parameters of email and um, first name and I need to stringify it first, right? Uh-huh. Then form first name last name contact the password address. Okay, so that should work. And then what I'll do is well, since these two does the same thing, I'll just persist here after creating. Persist user, then create. Okay, that should work. Simulate local storage as database. So hope this works. Okay, so let me check. Let's go to application. So nothing saved there. So if I put the correct credentials and try and save, there we go. So an email with an object, first name object, last name with an object. Aha. Okay. 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 I think what I need to do here is to hmm. I did just pass an object. Oh, this should be elements. Element or elements? Yeah, elements. Elements. That's correct. Alright, and it's email, password, first name, last name, contact address. Okay. Okay. Right. Hmm. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, okay. Because I did pass in the element object, but not the value. Okay, let me fix that. Value. Okay, that should work now. Let me check if it does persist when it's wrong. Okay, so it does not. That's good. Okay. Nice. Nice. Right. Password. I just need to spell that correctly. Password. Okay. And if I want to save another, good, 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 good. Alright. And I do have indexes for this because I'm pushing it into an array. Nice. Okay, so I'm done with the create. Um, I'm almost done. I just need to um, hide the modal. So, okay. Alright, so what I want to do here is to hide the modal. That's it. Okay, let me refresh that. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so when I call, okay, just what I was expecting. When I call the create user function and when it's done compiling, it immediately calls the show modal function. So what I need to do is put it on the event listeners. Right. Let's save. Save. Then show modal false. Right, so that should work. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, need to just fix that. What am I missing? Right, there we go. And then when we create again. Okay, so I just need to clear that out. I think I have a clear function already made here somewhere. Clear, clear, clear. Okay, here we go. So, alright. So I need to have that when closing the modal as well. Clear inputs. Clear. That would be a bit ambiguous. clear inputs. Okay, so inputs. 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 Okay, so I do have clear here. I also need to have a clear function for the modal. So when I set the modal to hide, I should clear the inputs. Okay. Okay, if I'm gonna initialize inputs here, I think that's okay. So cons inputs equals show modal, do modal. Okay, the name is quite a bit confusing. So show modal, okay, that's clear. Is a show the modal and do modal. So right. How about set modal? Set modal. Okay. So modal returns true? Huh. Now modal returns the modal element. Okay, yeah. Then okay, so I think I need to have a variable that tracks if modal is already open. Okay, so show modal dot is shown true. Okay, gonna add a closure here. I think that's a closure, right? Then I'm gonna add an else block here. If show modal dot is shown, then I would need to clear the inputs. Clear. So to clear the inputs, what I'm gonna do is do I have a button here? Okay, so clear the inputs of info. Dev form data field set info inputs. Okay, so what I'll do is clear them. Right, so that should work. Hmm, it did not clear. If shown modal is shown, if show modal dot is shown, okay. That should be hidden by now. Hmm. Alright, still not working. Okay, so let's have a look at it again. Inputs, document, query selector, form, data, field set, info, input. Ah, okay, I see. So that should work now. Right. And also the validation. Hmm. The validation should also be gone. Okay, this is a bit harder than what I was expecting. But this is doable. So show modal. Actually, I think modal itself should have its own JavaScript. So first I could do set and then show and also clear. Actually, yeah, I think that should be the best thing to do here. And this should not be called library, this should be called um, validation JS, then um, database JS. Okay, so and I think a modal.js, right. So I'm just gonna organize it. It's getting quite bigger. Okay, so first is to add the scripts here, script tags. Okay, but in Node, using Node, I would remove the script tags and just use import and export. um, modal.js, text JavaScript, and database.js. So when I refactor this application into MERN, then it would be much easier, which I'm gonna do in the next the following sessions. So added this here. What else? Oh, the validation. Okay, and add those here as well. So no more library. Okay. And then gonna move this here. Remove this here. Render data. Okay, I'm gonna remove this here. Actually, I'm gonna rename this as users.js. Rename this as well, users.js. Right. Show modal. Gonna remove the modal and put it here, which should work. Auth. Right, so gonna move the persist in the database module. Right. So show modal. Gonna change this to show modal set modal false. Set modal. I'm just gonna change the arrangement so it'll be a shorter code. Okay, so this is gonna be set modal. Then okay, let me just rearrange these variables so it's not confusing. Set modal. Okay, so I think that's good. Right, so before I forget, gonna add a Yes, here. Right. And then right. So um show modal. So what I'm gonna do is put this outside of this function. Okay. Okay, redo that. So it's easier to do this instead. So just gonna do some rearrangements. Okay. So right. So first is to set the modal. Then bool is true. Display. Then title. Okay. So set modal. Okay, set the modal. Div header. Close button. Close button. Then on click. Event listeners. Modal wrapper dot on click. Okay. So I could also remove this. Then do this. Then that. Actually, it could just be comment here. Do nothing. Oops. Could be just return null. Okay. So if right. So this could be set modal false. If bool, if display is true, then we hide, right? What if I make the client side um, this what if I make the client render the modal every time it needs to be open? I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. So first let me fix this. Header, inner HTML. Title. Okay. Cons, modal wrapper. Um, Modal wrapper can just be modal parent element. Read-only parent element property of node interface returns the DOM node's parent element. Okay. Um, Parent element node. No. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Parent element. Um, Show modal is shown. Set modal is shown. Right. So if display okay, and I don't need to return this. Right. Then I could make this a bit more shorter. So if not display, wait, so not operator. So if not, yeah. So if not false, if not true, then it's false. If not true, then it's true, right? Double not operator. Any value to its corresponding boolean equivalent. Leverages the truthiness and false first. The first exclamation mark converts the value to a boolean and then negates it. If the value is truly a non-empty string, a non-zero number, an object, okay. Second logical not. The exclamation mark negates the result of the first negation. If the first negation resulted in false, okay. Null is false. Okay, right. So I don't need that here because it's true. So if display is false, then do this. Else oh, it's almost the same. If set modal is shown, then clear. Huh. Set modal is shown, then false. It's a default. Gonna put it here. Okay, just gonna put it here. Alright. I guess that's better. Let me just check if that works. Set modal is not defined. Set modal is not defined. Users GS8. It is. Because this runs first. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do instead is to not defer. Then these as well. Not defer that. So now it should work. Show modal is not defined. Users GS28. Oh, okay. because it's show modal, it should be set modal. And this one as well, set modal, right? .com. Right, so that worked. Although it is not doing a clear. Hmm. Okay. So after saving, it should clear. So where do I press the save button? Right. Save button is here. Set modal false. So it's now false, and if set modal is shown, because it keeps on being set as false here. So this should be declared here. Set modal is shown. Hide is shown false. And yeah, okay. It should work now. Works. Now the problem. Okay, now the problem is, okay, so I've noticed another problem. When I restart it, it's not taking in the local storage. So what I need to do is to get before persist is to get the state, get item state okay. So before I persist, I should be able to add items in the database. Okay, so I'm gonna note that here. Item, no, data should be state should be requested first before persisting. Okay, so where was I? I'm in the... Okay, so validation, that's a problem. Huh. So I need to somehow close. I need to somehow remove the validations to... I should clear it. Okay. Validation output dot previous element sibling validation output dot text content posts. Okay, that should work. Hmm. So it did not work. Context. Text content. Yep. Okay, so working now. Okay, so I do have a clear function here, and I think in the auth I do also have a clear function. And it's the same actually. Clear inputs should have should have a utils or something. Okay, gonna remove this. Clear inputs. Then I'm also gonna do that for modal. Clear inputs. I'm gonna initialize it here instead. Okay. Then remove this here. Then add utils. Type. Okay. Then put it inside main. Should be working now. Okay. I mean, it was working just to make it a bit more organized. Alright, so let me see if I could remove all of these commented out lines of code. Actually, I haven't done this before, so I think I could remove this. Yeah, I could remove all of these. It's not necessary. Okay. Right, so I need to do this first. And I don't need an object to, do I need an object here? No, I don't think so. Wait. So, before I do set item, I need to receive or request for the data. Yeah, I need to request for the data first. So, hmm. Okay, so rendering the data should be in the user script. Yeah. Right. So render data. I think I need to pass a state here. So I need to get um, state first, then hmm. Okay. So the state is user key, and oh, okay. I could do this. No, this is declaring. No, 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 no. This should be an already declared variable. Something like that. Okay, okay. Right. How could I... How should I structure this? State here. I've already chosen the variable name state here, and also here to user screen. How about set user screen? Yeah, the current state. Collection maybe. So get would mean I don't need an object here, I think. Or I do. I think I do. Okay, so I'll add a closure variable here, element, a closure, yeah, I'll add a closure here, which gets the state. So this should be a an array instead. So user push, and it's just gonna be lowercase. Right, so but just users. Okay, right. Then persist needs a state and the users. Okay. Okay. So get would need the state. So that would mean get item state. Yep, just state. Um, Turn JSON dot parse. So it will return an object. Yeah. Then get state. So it will return the value of the key of that item. So users, alright. Okay, so just gonna add in a sync and await here. Sync await. So if this returns true, then no. If this returns true, oh no, if this returns true, how about a try catch? Okay. That should work. So persist state, just a state in the object. Data. Okay. So get the object here if there is, and if there's none, then we return an empty array. Okay. Then render data. Render data. So gonna comment this out first. So it does not do anything. Or not. Doesn't matter. then persist. Wait has no effect on the type of this expression. Does not? Okay. Hmm. Oh, because I think it's just gonna save it. So there's no response or no return message that's needed to be awaited. So yeah. Okay. I think that's good enough. So try. So let me try and delete the data first, and then try and fill this up. User is not defined. 42. User. No, it's not user, it's users. Okay, should be good. Users.push is not a function. Should be. Oh, it should be let. Yeah, it should be let. Right? Okay. Okay. Users.push is not a function. So I think I need to initialize this as an array first, then pass this here. I think that should work now. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Maybe it's not working because it's a descendant and it's not a variable of a direct print. Hmm. There's an array. Okay, if I do this here, would it work? Password. I think it would. Okay. Um. So this is where I'm wrong. Um. Hmm. I think what's happening here is that it's returning a promise, not an array. Okay. Now I think this will work. Reading push. 41. Cannot read properties of null. Reading push. Oh, so it will still work. Okay. What if I do it like this? If okay, so if then return data. If data, then return data. If no, return data, data. Then if not, then no. Or array. Yep, that would be the best way to do this. Yep, yep. Okay. Next. Right. Then if I refresh, then after I create, the data should still be there. Okay, nice. Right. Next is the thing I need to set users cred here. I'll just put this at the top. Set modal. Okay. Then it's basically just the same set users cred. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Let users get state. Okay. Right. I do need this in edit as well. Huh. Render data. I think this should be here. And this should be here. And this should be here. This should be here. Okay. And this users data. Okay. Much better. Right, so save should be outside. So form should also be outside. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put this back. To users cred. Set users cred. Yeah. Set users cred. Would it look better? I think that's okay. Or just to make it a bit more minimal, just put it back. It's hard to decide. Set users cred. Or listen or CRUD ops. Set CRUD ops. CRUD operations. Yep. Set CRUD ops. For state. Should I put this here as a constant? I think that's better. get state. Const users. Oh, and before I forget, use strict. Huh. Oh, React? No. Use strict should be here, I think. Use strict. Oh, okay. So it should be within double quotes. Okay. Right. Guess that's okay. So I don't need to pass a parameter here. Okay. So it's a bit more clearer now. Right. So now it's time to render data. Okay. Oof. Okay. I think for this part, let me just check this out again if it's working. That's weird. Didn't validate it. Oh well. Alright, so I did something wrong. What is it? Is it this one? No, definitely not. So what did I do? Set modal, right? Modal, modal. Okay, so what's happened? Modal is appearing right away. Ah, okay. So what is this? Was this here before? Ah, no. No. This should be this is supposed to be here. Okay. Hmm. Set modal. Alright, so I'm just gonna put that here. Then do this instead. Document dot query selector. Div modal. Right. That now should work. Okay. Assignment to constant variable. Okay. So I'm just gonna set this to let. Wait. Button save. Do I need to return the modal? Why do I need to return the modal? Um, hmm. Set modal is shown. I don't think I need to return the modal. It's not as if I am making a new modal here. Anyway, so I don't think I need to do this. Just set the modal is good. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. Save. Save button. Okay, so that should work. Okay, so just gonna go back and check if everything's working. Users dot push is not a function. Okay, so back to that problem again. Um, hmm. So users, right? Mm, I'll just put this inside of the init function, so I don't need to keep calling. I don't need to use the users as a parameter. I think that's okay, right? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I think that's good enough. Users push. Right. Let me try that again. Right. So creation is now doing good. Just have to make some slight tweaks here. So set modal is so the modal module is completely different from the CRUD operations. Okay, so users CRUD, create user. Okay, so set modal false, render data user, set CRUD ops. Set modal true, create user. Okay, so um my concern here is that in the save button should be set inside the modal. So I think I need to have um I think I need to have a a third parameter here, which should be a callback function. So, okay, let's do that. So the save button should be, okay, wait. I don't need to return the modal. Um, hmm. Okay, what I want to do here is have something like const modal equals set modal true. No, because I'm gonna create the user, I want to show the modal only then. Also, save. That should not. Okay, so there should be another function here. Right, so one at a time, one at a time. Before I do this, save should not be here. This, because I'm planning save, the save function should be at all of the CRUD operations, so I should have a delete, read, update, delete. So I do have a create here already. Okay. So save should just be a function that has two operations, which is persist and to set the modal or to hide the modal. Okay. 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 Um, this should be create. Then create. Okay. Then save. Alright. Or persistent set modal. And that's okay. Set modal. Actually, okay, so to separate the modal functionalities, like the save button. Okay, so I was demonstrating earlier what I want to have. So what I want to have is something like set modal true, then the title, create user, and a save button here. Alright. Or the create button. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so or just yeah, I think I could do that. What I'm gonna do is pass the two save buttons here, like so. Then also this one here, save button. What I'm gonna do is valid user info is valid. Okay. pass this one here. User create. I don't need a form. I need a create button. So is valid. Create or callback. Call it. Okay. Okay. Then now is to pass the create function here. And I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. Also the modal. I don't need this anymore. Set modal. Create. Actually don't need that. I just need to make a anonymous function here and pass this. There. I think that's better. Okay, that should work. Let's see. Form is not defined. Modal JS19. Form. Okay. So I just need to define form here. Equals modal form. Okay. Should work. Let's see. Form is not defined. Users JS6. Okay, so I do need form. Hmm. I do need form. And I don't think that's only a part of the modal, right? Although that is a part of the modal technically. Hmm. about op operation, operation, operation. I should put, oops, hmm, I cannot remove form here because I need to reference the email, password, first name, last name, contact, and address. Okay, let me, what does form elements have? Oh, document query selector, form elements, HTML form controls. Okay, so there's a lot. Named item. There's a lot here. Okay, don't know if I would find that, but anyways, the form should be in the modal. Well, the modal is technically belongs to the technically does CRUD operations. Hmm. Guess I could. Um, the form has a button. this is wrong somehow. Hmm. Okay. I need to push these elements. Set modal. In any case, modal itself is part of the CRUD. Hmm. Super. Hmm. So how do I do this? How do I pass these values without declaring the form? That's inside the modal, which is outside this user module. Ooh. Okay. Form. Mm. Should I just declare it? Or declare it here? Hmm. Well, the problem is form is inside modal, but I mean it's doable, but and it's there. Mm, fine. I mean, I could do this. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Yeah, as long as it's working. Right. So yeah, because I don't see any other way to do this, so I think that's fine. I mean, it's not that there doesn't be any mention of modal here. I think that's fine for now. So, alright. So, I will be ending this session now because I'm almost 3 hours in and I've been uh, cracking my brain just to think of ways to um, make the code more readable. But I think this is okay for now. And since this is temporary and I'm gonna refactor the application to use MERN stack, this will all be gone in the future sessions. So yeah, I think this is good enough and it's understandable. So right. So this is the part one of the database um, integration. No, I should call it something like local storage database simulation. Um, so yeah, this is the part one, and for the next session, I think it would be easier to finish the read, update, and delete operations as well as the rendering because I've already um, made the other functions readable and modular. So I'm expecting that it would be much quicker to do and um, much easier to um, read the logic. So, alright, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video.